Because bot lane will lose the pressure too. Ezreal with Alistar is a super passive lane. It will get pushed in by nearly anything. Even Lucian Trundle will win that push.
Interesting compositions coming out here from both teams, specifically Unicorns of Love. You can see them there on your screen right now. So the package is live, and it is on Peke, so he's flying into the mid lane, engaged in the bottom lane though, knocks Zven into Steeelback and the tower. Mithy's going to try and body block for him. Good flash over the wall, but I think he's still trading off with Steeelback and will go down. Mithy is hailing in with the auto attacks just to try and pick up a return kill, but that is a 2-0 and a double for Steel.
Half the question, what were OG doing at that point?
Well, OG are looking to set up a top lane Gangplank. Actually, the package ran out just before he jumped in, and Soaz may die for it. One more tower shot, and that's actually a 1-for-1 with 2 assists for OG. But still, lots of pressure being exerted by Peke by himself. Amazing comes out the ult, the Q.
Ooh, got him.
And already Fox throws out the flash. Well played.
Oh, I absolutely adore that play. Instead of going for like a 50-50 Q, maybe you force flash. What you do is you get close enough to kick flash, and while they're obviously in the air, they can't flash themselves unless you have a QSS.
Yeah.
And then you connect the Q. And he even gets the panic flash out of Fox. I really like that adaptation there from Amazing.
Let's see. Bot lane is being pushed out by ORIGEN, just waiting underneath this turret real quick.
There are teleports
from both top laners and Fox if he needs it. Hylissang, kind of a late ultimate. Amazing coming down to maybe close down the noose. Zven gets exhausted. There's a heal for the movement speed, and that is just quite enough to keep him out of range. Loulex gets caught out. Q follow from Amazing. There's the ultimate for the disengage, but Peke should still be able to follow up here. Does have the flash. Not sure if he wants to use it right now, though, because Peke's coming up. As a keep this further.
Really? No. Synergy. I disagree.
That was... Yeah, definitely not reading from the same page there. There's no one to defend. Fox, there's the ultimate, but didn't help out last time. Oh, I think he has Death Daughters now. Oh, good stop on the recall from Soaz going into the bottom lane. Steeelback really can't duel him. Got the speed up. Hylissang can't headbutt just yet. Q flash jumps in. Got the teleport coming out from Nautilus. Will pop the ultimate. Soaz is tanky, and he doesn't have a ZZ rod, so he doesn't have any friends with him. Oh, actually makes it out the heroic charge and the flash, but Steeelback will use his own flash and make sure he goes down. Do have Amazing coming in from behind along with Mithy. I don't think we're going to have anyone closing in. Oh, actually, hold that thought, because Peke is coming in from the top side. Looks like Unicorns may be closed in, but they're trying to fight them out from the inside. Mithy's dropping low. Steeelback trying to put the damage. He's low on mana. Zven is putting out the ultimate. Amazing is coming in from the side. Loulex will respond, and now the cavalry has arrived from the Unicorns of Love. Peke caught out into the bottom side, and the trap has been pushed back out by the Unicorns of Love. Hylissang won't even go down. 3 for 1. The Unicorns come up big.
Chipping away at towers, putting a little bit of vision and then working with it. But his team also played around that, you know. Peke pushes, he backs out. Right now it's Soaz goes in, he doesn't back out. Suddenly the plan fails.
Nice bomb gauntlet.
Maybe.
Q flash doesn't quite land from Hylissang, but it's probably enough pressure regardless. Loulex coming out of the ultimate true shot barrage doesn't land. Zven preemptively pops the heal just in case. Amazing coming in from the side, kicks Chachi. Doesn't bowling ball him into any of the squishies though, and Amazing with a collapse off to the side. Amazing actually goes down very early onto this fight, and the re-engage under the tower from Hylissang is enough to pick up another kill. 2-0 over to the Unicorns of Love, and ORIGEN collapse in the mid lane. Soaz is now teleporting.
Oh boy.
Baron. Okay. Let's see how this one will work out. Crepper, true shot barrage. Now they know that their ultimate coming in from Fox, and that was immediately sniffed out by Unicorns of Love.
Right, so it's a super inefficient item when it comes to teamfighting. That is why Soaz, it's paramount for him to keep splitting on a side lane.
A whole the vision game going on right now. Looking for a pick, looking for an anchor, looking for a death charge onto Peke. And Death's Daughter lands onto Peke. He'll immediately flash out. Maybe that was a little preemptive. We're going to have a team fight down mid lane. Soaz is already in the thick of the action, taking so much damage. Hylissang Q flash onto Mithy. The rest of the team there. The front line is so damn tanky though. Loulex comes in with the ultimate, and Hylissang is dropping low himself. Amazing lands the Q onto him, but doesn't really want to be going in here. ZZ Rock placed down in the middle of the fight. Push all of the buttons. And Unicorns of Love on retreat very quickly. Zven taking a bit of damage on the front lines. Amazing off to the side, looking for a Q to happen. Clears out these minions.
Oh, look at the damage, especially with exhaust. Hey, more fighting!
Mithy called out. This is less of a fight and more lambs to the slaughter. That's a Q landing from Steeelback, and I think Mithy is good to go. Pop subjugate, so he's getting a bit of healing coming out there. Zven chasing Loulex out of the jungle with his ultimate. A little bit obvious. Ultimate
Oh, but look behind though. Crouching cow, hidden dragon.
And here he goes. Zven's there. Hylissang pops the ultimate. Soaz is already being chunked down by the front line. And Mithy is only now coming into this fight, but they get a quick kill onto Loulex. Hylissang's low and so is Fox. Zven tries to snipe him. Nice dodge out of the way. And Zven flashing off the mechanics there. Chachi will jump onto Zven, but there's no team to help him. Ultimate finally comes out from Fox. That'll zone away Origin. They may even go towards this Baron now.
Damn, Origin with a convincing teamfight victory here. They bait Unicorns into overstepping. Too many cooldowns were used. There was no home guards on that teleport. Unicorns put their hand too deep in the cookie jar. Origin say, no, our cookies.
There was a mouse trap in there.
Yep.
Crucial barrage, drops them low. This is around 2,000 health now. Ultimate comes across and that just knocks Fox away. That leaves Steeelback by himself. He'll be shut down, and Origin over the last 30 seconds to a minute have absolutely swung this game.
Just like that, 3,000 gold ahead all of a sudden. They have to back up one solid outplay. They take full control of this game.
Wow, a third dragon as well. Here with the tower is now down to about a third health, and Cannon Minions is going to town. Mid lane just got pushed in by xPeke and Amazing, and Chachi comes in for the engage. Maybe they can pick off Corki here in mid lane. The Manatee is going down. Chachi's looking for one more auto attack. He finds it, and Mithy's caught out on the backside as well. Chachi is still tanking up the front lines, and Amazing will also drop. This is now starting to collapse in from Origin. Great ultimate by Loulex, pin Soaz against the wall. Flash and the Q from Hylissang, and Soaz will knock one aggressor away, but there's still three ready to take him out. Just needs a couple more basic attacks out from Steeelback, and that will be another kill. 4 for 0.
I'd like to see that again somehow. Maybe we can see it later, because this is one of these late game pushes here. 28 seconds, so it's not a game-winning push. It will be an inhibitor ending push here. Origin, they were at the verge of really shutting down all these inhibitors, all these towers, but they overstepped. Amazing died with kick up. He tried to peel for xPeke, but something went wrong.
Maybe Unicorns have enough
they
time.
may just go for it.
They're gonna try. 5 seconds on Amazing, 10 seconds on xPeke, and 24 on Soaz. They're already going onto these towers. They've got a decent minion wave stack up. Mithy's there, trying to put the damage from Zven, but Hylissang preemptively pops the ultimate, starts zoning people away. This is maybe over-aggressive now by Unicorns. Chachi will go down, so will Hylissang, and the rest of the team is in full retreat. Amazing lands such a good Q onto Loulex, comes in with a ward jump, the kill. xPeke, big crit onto Steeelback. That's the 5-man ace, and that should be the win for Origin as they push down mid lane.
Oh my lord, these death timers, they are elusive, they are quite long, and overall, people expect to be able to end the Nexus off a single push, but Unicorns, they didn't even have to press tab because we moved the death timers to the bottom right of the screen, and yeah, just a little bit off on the math. I guess they saw Ever versus TSM and they fully expected that ending, but right now Origin casually strolling into the base. One Nexus tower goes down, then the second.
Maybe they did learn something from IAM, and all those therapy sessions did pay off in this game. Origin take the win up against Unicorns of Love here, clinching their playoff spot.